Okay, so for this recipe, you're going to need 2.5 pounds, maybe up to 3, pork tenderloin. I just got the 2 separate packages because it was cheaper that way. So one is a little over a pound and the other is a little over 1.5 pounds. The next thing you're going to need is barbecue sauce of your choice. This is an 18-ounce container of Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. Okay, so I have my pork tenderloins here. And I'm just going to cut off some of the fat and the silver skin. If you're not sure what silver skin is, most of the times on these you'll see like this section right here. This is silver skin. If I can show you, you'll kind of see it's just like a thin layer of tough, hard, chewy. It's just not stuff that you want to have in your pulled pork. So I tend to cut that off and the fat before I get started. If you do like the fat on yours, you can leave it on. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this right here, but it kind of almost has like a sheen to it. That's what they call silver skin. So cut that off and remove the fat from your tenderloins. Okay, so right here I have my barbecue sauce of choice. This is the Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. This is 18 ounces right here, and this will be enough for my pulled pork. So basically you can use any flavor of barbecue sauce that you like or you think that your family might like. You can also add in some dry rub or some spices and stuff like that. Completely up to you, but if you want to keep it very basic, just pick up a barbecue sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 3/4 of this container here. I'm going to save the other quarter for when it is close to being done. I'll add it in then just to kind of top it off a little bit. So we're just going to start off with that. So I'm just going to pour this in here, and it's going to have a fart every now and then. So it might sound like it's empty, but it's not. I'm going to save whatever is left in here for later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take in my tenderloins. I'm just going to put those in there, get it into like the barbecue sauce, flip it around. I'll do the same with my other one. Just get that in there. Just kind of get it a little bit saucy. Alright, so now we got those pretty much coated. I gotta go wash my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, so now all I gotta do is put this on my crock pot. I'm gonna put mine on high, so it should be done in 4 or 5 hours or so. Something around there. I'll check back in later. Alright, so I took the meat out of the crock pot and it's pretty much done. So right now I'm gonna start shredding it. So it's pretty much easy. Just take a fork or something and just start shredding it into pieces. It should shred pretty easily. I just like to make sure there's no real big chunks in there. So once we get done shredding it, we're just going to toss it back in and let it simmer for another half an hour or so. Okay, so I'm just taking the rest that I've shredded up, tossing it back in here. And I'm just going to kind of mix everything together. And I'm going to add in the rest of the barbecue sauce that I had left over from earlier. So we'll just toss that in. Give that another little mix through. So I just turned my crock pot down to low, and I'm going to let mine sit probably for another half an hour at least, just to let that barbecue sauce kind of soak into everything. But right now, essentially, it is done, so you could eat it right straight from here, but we're going to give it just a little bit. Alright, so here is what the pulled pork looks like after it's come out of the crock pot, and it's just sitting in a container. So this you can freeze. It freezes very well. It tastes delicious. So I hope you enjoy this. If you try this recipe, please let me know. Alright guys, I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.